Hello, Happy New Year. Last year in July, I decided to quit drinking. There were several factors in this decision, but one huge realization was dry January and subsequent February. Now, I'm not making this video to convince you to give up alcohol for good, more so to provide you with a tool that will help you see how alcohol impacts your life. Not mine, not others, but yours. So if you're doing dry January, you need to try this. For the last 4 to 5 years, I have done dry January, mostly because January is a month to rid myself of all the holiday habits I had built up. Too much booze, too much sugars, too little exercise. January is usually a time where I cut out the booze and increased the exercise, much like many of you, I'm sure. This usually is only something I do for the month of January. Then I slowly start to work my way back to alcohol in February. Now, after last year's dry January, I had a revelation. You see, I started keeping this journal in my pocket, tracking moods, habits, thoughts, anything I wanted to write down. I didn't force myself to write in it daily, but I did track my habits daily. But as far as entries go, I just pulled it out when I wanted to write in it. The thoughts I wrote in it weren't all happy and dandy either. Sure, there were plenty that were, but I wanted to be real with it. If I was pissed off, I wrote it down to realize why I was so angry in the first place. As January of 2023 came to a close, I picked up the alcohol once again. I also kept journaling, tracking my moods, habits, and thoughts. Now, the next few months kept going by, and I realized many aspects of my life were very different when I was sober. In June, as I looked back on the months of the year and what I had journaled and tracked, I realized January was without a doubt the best month of the year for me. Now, for me, it took several months to realize this, but this practice really only takes 2 months, January and February. In January, you need to find a journal. Now, for some people, their phone works, but for me, a nice, small, pocket-sized journal was the best, as I could pull it out and write whenever, wherever I wanted. In this journal, you need to build a simple habit tracker. This will track your habits every day of the month. This can really track anything you want that promotes a healthy lifestyle for you. One thing you should have along the top is your mood. This is a simple tracker that you tally at the end of each day to say, yes, I was happy, yes, I was okay, or yes, I was sad or depressed. This part is really important as it will let you see how your other habits affect your mood. It's really important to note that you don't have to only track positive habits. I've tracked excessive sugars in mine before, and it does help me see how they make me feel. Journal all the way through January. What activities have you done? What habits are sticking? If you go to the gym or on runs or bike rides, how often are you doing those per week? 2 times? 4 times? Track these in your habit tracker along with other habits. When February comes around, pick up the alcohol again, slow or fast. I would recommend slow, but it's really your call. Now through February, make another habit tracker for the month. You can and should try to track the same habits that you were tracking in January. Your mood being the most important. Towards the bottom of the habit tracker, add alcohol to it. This will make sure you have an idea of what days you drank alcohol and how that affected your mood. Keep up the journaling through February, then when it comes to a close, take a moment to sit down and reflect. What did your habit tracker look like? What were your journal entries about in the month of January? What were they about in the month of February? Partaking in this practice really gives you concrete evidence and shows you how drinking affects your life. Again, not anyone else's, just yours. Well, I hope you all have a happy new year, and for those of you doing dry January, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you found anything helpful in this video by giving it a like. Thank you for the support, and as always, thank you for subscribing. See you in the next one.